Today we're looking at On Happy Street. This is a coloring book from 1963, and I had to do a double look on this one because at first it looked like one of those many kinds of pieces that you would find in the 90s taking shots at things like Fun with Dick and Jane. But this is legit. This is actually a coloring book. I'm assuming that one would have received at church. There was a church on the cover of it, and as you'll see, it progressively gets more and more about religious type things. It follows a boy and a girl as they go about their day. They visit with their neighbor, and he tells them happy stories. We'll see him in a few minutes, in a few seconds, as the doctor. They play hide and seek. They get stopped by the police. There they are visiting the doctor. A very busy day for these two. The model of Fun with Dick and Jane, very simple explanation of things. This was familiar to people by the 1960s for sure, especially little kids. They've been around since the 30s, and here they are going to church. And this is all underscoring and promoting, I think, an idealized version of what the country was meant to be doing at the time, and actually was doing. I've spoken to my parents before who grew up in this time period. They were probably good chance would have had this book, and they said in the 1960s in America, it wasn't do you go to church or if you go to church, it's which one do you go to. It was a pretty common thing for most of middle America. So this would be coloring and storytelling at the same time. This one was completely untouched, which I don't know if it came from just a bulk packaging or whatever, but Cincinnati, Ohio is where this was published, so pretty central in the country, Midwest. And here we have the artists and the preparer, I guess editor for On Happy Street. And another look at this as far as the citation information. There you go. This is, now it looks like a secondary source citation because it was that kind of thing, but as fiction, those are primary sources. Everything's a primary source, you know that by now. And here is the secondary source citation for this video. So if you're using my forms that I have 3 forms for students to use in the classroom: primary source analysis form, and this is secondary source evaluation form. I hope you evaluated this nicely. And this is the end of the video. We'll talk to you next time.